and also very much for creating a very sort of open environment for us to share with our current leaders, what our visions are and what our expectations are in terms of moving forward. I'm going to try and circumscribe my comments to the ICT field. So if I was president for Ghana and I had improved ICT, what would that look like? I'm very glad that when the chairman spoke, he talked about how technology had moved Korea and Japan forward. The other thing that moved them forward was a very dedicated plan, a very focused plan that they followed for almost 40 years. And at the core of the base of that plan was education. I think in this country we've tried and we do have plans in place, but half the time we don't know what it is. And so I'm very happy that we have a technological roadmap, but it would be very great to see what those individual milestones in that roadmap are. So somebody like Derry Lee, who's launching a service, knows that at the end of 2015, the northern region is going to have fiber connectivity, and I can expect this number of people to have this type of access to bandwidth. And so I can go ahead and put money into building this application. Those roadmaps are not visible, and this is not only technology roadmaps, but a lot of other roadmaps are not visible to people.
You mean the milestones?
The milestones, sorry, are not visible, and so we are not able to plan to that or actually give input into it as well. And so making those very clear, I think, will be critical. The next is education, and both Derry and Helen have spoken to that. But I want to sort of push a little bit on IT education. If you look at India, India doesn't produce all this technology sort of capable people because they, all of a sudden had them. They've spent since the 1970s setting up what they call ITTs, Institutes of Technology. And these are studying different types of technologies, right from chemical to engineering, and that's what we need to do. We need to set up schools that are specifically dedicated to technology that will raise a whole cohort of people who know how to think and who know how to create in that space. And that, I think, will start to give us the kind of people that we need to make use of the infrastructure that we're putting into place. NASC is doing a great job, but it's at best sort of a generic, generalized technical school. We need to have more institutions available across the country to train young people. And we need to have, and I think a good goal for that is to start being able to grant computer science PhDs in this country. We need to be able to do that. The next is, and Derry has touched on this, I'm not going to go through, but IT jobs that the government gets, we need to give to the Ghanaian companies here. They need to cut their teeth of government IT jobs, they need to grow with government IT jobs, and they need to be able to be the guys who push government forward. Right now it doesn't happen for various reasons. These jobs go outside, but we need to look at a way in which we from our end can stipulate and can put policies on the ground so that established companies and up-and-coming companies can get those opportunities as well. The last two, I think the NTA is great actually. Every time I go to their website, I'm very excited because I can get all the information and the data I need on what's happening. It could be better, but it's one of the few government ministries where I feel like I get the information I need to know what's going on in that industry. And we need to have that across the government sector to a point. Technology should not be only great in the NCA and the Ministry of Communications because they're in charge of it. All the other ministries need to demonstrate an equal level of ability and capacity with technology as a tool. And government really needs to drive this. I work on projects with the Ministry of, with the Ghana Health Service, where they are not willing to let go of the paper system because they can't do anything else. And until government is comfortable saying, no, we're going fully digital, and implementing that and getting the people in the service comfortable with that, the rest of the country is not going to get to the point that we need to get to. The last point is, I really love the fact that the roadmap spoke about goals, setting goals that kind of drives what we want to do. And you already mentioned one of those. I'm guessing there are more, and if we get to read it, we'll see it. But one thing I would like to add, and that I'd like to see, is that I want this country to be sort of the leading institute in pushing the edge on technology. We cannot always sit back and adopt technologies that other people have thought of and have created. We have unique problems that can generate solutions that are applicable outside the realms of Ghana. And we need to get to a point where our research institutions, our business institutions are at a point where they're pushing technology, and we are the ones driving. We are the ones creating the Facebooks. We are the ones creating the internet and whatever comes out, all the other things that are out there. We need to be doing that and not,
I think that